Have you ever felt overwhelmed in your first job, wondering how to navigate the landscape and make most of the critical career milestones? I certainly did, but one day my mentor shared a powerful phrase: your first role is a launchpad, not a destination. Today I will share some of those strategies to help you maximize your career experience. I recall starting my first job, eager to prove myself but unsure where to begin. My mentor guided me to focus on continuous learning, seeking feedback, and building relationships. These early lessons propelled my growth and set me for success, teaching me that my first role was a launchpad and not a destination. By embracing this mindset, I was able to navigate the challenges and opportunities that followed, and I hope to inspire you to do the same. Setting up yourself for success isn't easy, and that too at the very first job. You need to embrace a growth mindset. Adapt a growth mindset to view challenges as opportunities. This adoption of your brain, of your mind, will help you a long way. Focus on learning and self-improvement. Have a clear view on building resilience on your challenges. Develop a curiosity-driven approach like a child. How curious the child is always. So try to get a curiosity-driven approach to tackle complex tasks. Cultivate openness to feedback and constructive criticism. The next action you may have to do is you have to define your goals. We have been discussing about goals on many fronts, and you can try SMART goals or based on discs or any other mechanism, and define your end goal and break that into certain larger goals that you can manage and regularly review and adjust your goals. So defining your goals is the next step in your success. The third aspect here is surround yourself with mentors, peers, and industry experts. Foster meaningful relationships with those through your regular communication, and seek guidance, feedback, and encouragement. That motivation will help you a long way. So leverage your network for career advancement. All these things are possible if and only if you qualify yourself to succeed. What I mean by qualify here is you need to build the capacity, intellect required, knowledge, and skills, along with your apportioning of time to do that. That means you need to prioritize all these things. Then only you can qualify yourself to succeed. Once you do all that, you need to do the next step, which is identify learning opportunities. You have to constantly look for opportunities that will help you to learn continuously. Recognize those learning opportunities that help you in daily tasks, projects, interactions. Every opportunity you are doing it, knowingly or unknowingly, or you're party to that. Look for those opportunities. Seek training programs, attend workshops and conferences where you try to get the relevant hard and soft skills for you. Leverage online resources, webinars, podcasts, and more importantly, develop a learning plan. That will help you to succeed. And once you start doing that, seek constructive feedback from supervisors, peers, and mentors. Ask open-ended questions to spark insightful discussions, because closed-ended questions will stop you with a binary answer, and you may not know the reason behind it. So always ask certain open-ended questions. use this feedback to adjust your approach and improve your performance. That is possible only when you have a open communication with others. Try to embrace that. As part of the continuous learning, what you need to do is at a periodicity, maybe once in a week, once in a fortnight, once in a month, once in a quarter. Definitely once in a quarter is required, my suggestion is. So regularly reflect on your experience, success and setbacks. Conduct some kind of self-assessments, self-appraisals to identify areas for growth. Maybe you can also try SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity and threats at every stage and see how you can navigate through this. So adjust your strategy based on these lessons learned and wherever possible celebrate success. The next aspect here is staying industry relevant. The industry is fast-paced. It is so fast that even before you know, something has already become obsolete. This is not the state of affairs today. This was the state of affairs 30 years back. Then imagine the speed at which today the industry is moving. Any industry for that matter. So stay updated on industry trends, research and best practices. Attend seminars, conferences and workshops wherever possible and try to participate, meaning you also be like a presenter, okay, to get that feedback. You don't need to be sitting on this side of the table. You can also be on the dais as well. So engage in online forums and professional networks and try to get some training in your niche area, industry specific areas. Then once you do all that, you need to anticipate certain obstacles. And these obstacles are going to stop you learning and thereby your career. So develop problem solving skills through critical thinking. There are a lot of opportunities for you to learn critical thinking, system based. There are so many things out there. You try those. Seek support from your network when faced with challenges and learn from failures. To maximize your early career experience, you need to not only learn all these things, you have to also take certain calculated risks. So step outside of your comfort zone to take calculated risk. It can be on your project, it can be on your learning, it can be on your interviews possibly, and view every failure as an opportunity for growth. Develop resilience through adversity and where required seek guidance and seek for new challenges. That is the best way to maximize your early career experience. Volunteer for diverse projects and tasks. Today, many projects are running in a matrix mode where you can be part of this team as well as that team. So you will be apprised by 2 different managers, 2 different teams, 2 different functions. Be prepared for that. Expand your skill set through cross-functional training so that you will know the horizontal, you will know the vertical as well. There are a lot of horizontal functions, there are a lot of vertical functions. So try to move up the ladder appropriately. Develop adaptability and you need to demonstrate initiative. That's where people get noticed about you. My suggestion at the very early start is start building relationships at the very early stage. I know a lot of people as an individual contributor, they never go out to make relationships. I mean professional relationships. So they work in silos and they end up in silos, okay, and there is no one to help you when you are in trouble. So nurture relationships with colleagues, mentors and industry leaders. So you need to talk to multiple people on multiple things. Attend networking events where you introduce yourself and try to have some kind of rapport with people around you. And also participate in professional organizations. For each of those industries, there are quite a lot of professional organizations, and I know that I have told quite a few people who are interacting with me to look for the professional organizations where they can sign up to and take leverage of those connections. Once you do all that, from your early career, itself, you need to start building your brand. So this means that Google, this is how he will be, or this is what it defines him. We have a separate discussion video on that. But for now, you identify with your personal brand, how to create maybe a 3-letter word. I am so and so. Okay, so like now I am a business doctor. Okay, that way, like that, you try to define yourself in probably 3 or 4 words. Definitely not exceeding 4, and minimum 2. That's good. And if you can get it as one word, that's super, but very, very difficult. And the next step to maximize your early career experience is to stay adaptable. So embrace change. When you embrace change and uncertainty, what happens is that you will develop certain kind of flexibility and you will be open to new opportunities. That will make you succeed, grow in the way you want. So prioritize on continuous learning. That is the best thing to do. So once you do that, once you have the goals in place, establish career milestones like what you want to do or what you want to be in a short term, long term, and mid-term rather. So with these 3 terms, you bed down your goals in such a way that at each stage you win or you cross that with success. And that is quite possible with mentorship, and I'm sure you can get your mentor in a way that it helps you. The whole program helps you. So have a clear, smart goals like 6 to 12 months for short term, mid to long, probably for 3 years or so, and maybe really long term like maybe 3 to 10 years. I would suggest that you would need at least 20 years milestone so that you can do twice or thrice in your lifetime. So have that. This is possible by having or by seeking mentorship, because the mentorship helps you to learn on all these points what we discussed, like all the industry trends, networking, leadership, personal branding, all that it can help. And definitely it is going to foster your growth, provide valuable insights, and expand your professional network and value for yourself. The next important thing which you need to consider is leadership skills. But leadership as such is loosely defined, and people have different views on leadership, and there is no quality or something which is going to define leadership per se, in my opinion. But you need to develop leadership skills. That means, in a simple term, whatever you do, you need at least one guy to follow you. Okay, one guy to appreciate you, one guy to view your message. So that way, then only you are a leader, right? When there is no one to follow you, how can you be a leader? So somebody has to follow for whatever reason it is. So develop leadership skills through training programs, workshops, conferences, and volunteering opportunities. Maybe you need to take some calculated risks, or you come up with some innovative solutions that people understand, appreciate, and follow you. Or sometimes, as we discussed in another video on the servant leadership, you empower your team members and work towards with your team members to take leverage of that, maybe through collaborations, and many other techniques out there. But effectively, what I want to tell you here is that leadership skills enhance your career prospects, confidence, and influence. Once you are a leader, obviously you will start working with network in a strategic way. That is important. It's not just you go and have a tea or something and just get introduced and come back. You will stay connected, you will stay updated on all those industry trends or topics or hard skills or soft skills, whatever that is required for you. So building network strategically and nurturing that relationship is paramount in accelerating your career growth. Once you do all that, what happens next is you need to stay focused and be adaptable. That means you need to prioritize tasks and how to address these tasks. That means you need to know how to manage your time. So, how to prioritize, how to manage your time. All these things is possible again only if you are organized. That means you need to focus, no distractions whatsoever, and then you can accelerate your growth. At the same time, staying adaptable is like embracing change, because you need not be the change every time. Others can also be a change. So you need to embrace. The technology changes, the domain changes, the way the business process works in a particular industry changes. So you have to embrace that change. And at the same time, you need to be flexible enough to handle the change without losing your identity. It is a complex game if you get into that. So you need to continuously learn and adapt yourself. The key takeaway here is the first one: cultivate a growth mindset, then prioritize continuous learning, and build meaningful relationships, and finally stay adaptable. There are a lot of sources on in internet, through books and through articles from reputed institutions as well. So have a look at those and try to learn something. In conclusion, your first role is critical launchpad for your career. Embrace your continuous learning journey, build meaningful relationships, and maximize yearly experience. Stay adaptable, focused, and committed. Remember this: your career is a journey. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Remember that. Mentorship fosters success. Networking expands opportunities. Unlock your potential, accelerate your growth, and create a fulfilling career. Keep learning, adapting, and striving for excellence. Thank you for joining me in today's discussion. This is Gokul. I hope these insights inspire you to start building your leadership skills today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more career development tips. Thank you. See you in the next video. Cheers.